Good morning, people, and yes, a lovely day here in Christchurch. Hardly a breath of wind, no clouds in the sky, and not a bad temperature. Bit of condensation on the grass at the moment. I'm just walking around to look at the deck. I was going to do that, put a second coat on it, but there's quite a bit of moisture. Just look. Yeah, quite a bit of moisture on it still, so I will let it evaporate off. This area here takes quite a bit of time to get the sun onto it, so there's no hurry on this one today. I actually didn't do it. I was going to put a second coat on yesterday, but I was just feeling a little bit tired. Don't know what that's about. Can't be the age or anything. Crikey, you don't get tired when you get older, do you? Anyway, out to the workshop. Well, actually, I've just been, and I went inside and grabbed yours. So we've got a wee bit of an update. Not much really, but just one of those little diary entries, Dave's diary. And I'd been talking about the MFT top endlessly. But, excuse me, croaky voice. That calls for another cup of tea. But I'd seen this guy making some clamps for his workshop. Can't remember, Ben Macy might have been the name. And I saw his CNC machine bed, and excuse me, the croaky voice. But what I saw was that the CNC bed had from underneath in the holes metal inserts, threaded inserts, so that you can, bolt down and hold your items in the CNC machine. And I'd not actually taken any notice of that before. I've probably seen it and not taking any, didn't register. But because I'm doing what I'm doing, I thought, why not utilise that idea for my top? So I'm actually going to do it slightly differently. I'm going to have the combination of the different ways of doing it, but it's mainly so that I can bolt down things like this. And these act as registration blocks for jigs, or as a jig, so I can put timber or something in it, and it comes up against the metal, and the metal seems to hold and be able to be held much better than the timber items that I'd been using. Now that might change now that I've gone to the MFT top and more accurate drilling processes, so that's yet to be seen what we wind up with. But we're going to have threaded inserts from underneath, so I can screw down and really haul onto them, and studs, so that the studs can come up from underneath, and then I can slip things over the studs and tie them down. So either or both. Now, as one of the trials, I had seen different, I wonder whether they were actually clamps that I'd seen. But the ones where the pins themselves, the dowels, were cut on an angle, 45 probably, cut on an angle. And when they are bolted together, they misalign, and that misalignment jams them in the hole. So I've made one, rather than having to go buy one, because I didn't know how I was going to make use of it. But I had some question about how it would work. It's been answered this morning, and hence the reason for the croaky video. Gee, that's terrible. But I cut the dowel, so it was a ordinary steel dowel, not the stainless dowel, because it's a lot easier to cut and drill out. But I cut it on a 45-degree angle, and I polished up the surfaces so they slip on each other quite well. And I drilled it out with an 8mm drill, so I had a bit of slop. Turns out that I had to get a slightly bigger drill, an 8.5. Found one in my newly sharpened drill bits. It's only 8.5 I've got currently. So I did that because, and this is the reason, again, reason for the video, you need that additional movement in the top piece. That's the one that was drilled out, that one there pointing with my thumb. And this one on the lower remains or retains the thread because the pin itself is threaded. So what that permits is the top piece to dislocate and bind. It also needs something to restrict the bolt, otherwise it just seems to turn, like this is just obvious for those that have got these or have used them before, but not having had them before and not had the experience, that washer seems to fix the problem. Slips into the hole easily because it was one of those little bolts that was a wriggle, had a little bit of slightly undersized, so it drops in there easily. I can turn the bolt head, and that's it. She's locked down, and that ain't coming out anytime soon. Now, the thing I like about this is, with a little bit of finagling, you can choose which layer it will bond to. I'm thinking about it. Because at the moment these are 35mm long, it will only tie those two layers together. But with a spacer, I could drop it down so it misses this top one and binds that one and that one together. And that's not a bad thing. And with a spacer, you could actually have it so it ties down this one. Now, what I'm meaning there, to make it as clear as possible, is I've got these, I'll just open up the container. I've got these 16mm, these are stainless, and they are a non-wiggle type of stainless, which is in itself probably a good thing. But if I can drill that one out to allow free movement on the shaft of the bolt, then I can, as I said, space it out. Oh God, doing it with one hand's not easy. But I can space these ones out to push them lower, and it can then register onto the holes or the layers as I deemed necessary. And of course, pulling it all down together will pull everything together. And just as I'm standing here, I'm wondering whether I can make use of the PVC pipe, because if that's cut into particular sized rings, I don't need to go drilling it out, do I? It doesn't really locate the top of it as well as it might probably benefit from, but I could cut a specific sized ring easily out of PVC and cheap, and put it underneath the washer in between this pipe and put it down, and it will then push the bits that are going to hold into the position, and I can tighten it up and everything's held together. Hey. So that's a bit of a thought. I've only just come up with that as we're speaking. But there will be cases where I will want to have the lower parts bound together for whatever reasons, or maybe just, like that one there and that one there, rather than these two, So anyway, the options are there with a little bit more understanding of this. So, yay. The problem I have at the moment is if I wanted to, well, not really a problem actually, thinking about it, but if I wanted to hold something down, I don't need to have the washer there. The actual item becomes the washer. So I can mount this through the holes, and as the two pieces here push up against the bit being held, everything tightens up. So all in all, I don't reckon that's a bad idea. So I might cut a few. I've got some more of these ordinary mild steel pins coming, so I thought that maybe I'd actually ordered something that I wouldn't be using too much, because the PVC pipe does a really, really good job. I've left it long like this so you can get a hold of it and pull it out with two hands, because when you push it down through multiple layers, of course, you're building up the amount of friction on the pipe, and it's sometimes a little bit hard to get out. So yeah, but it goes in very, very nicely. So slides down, holds all the things together, and yeah, it's cheap and easy to get. These dowels, these dowels, the ones I haven't cut in half, these aren't overly expensive either, but I'm going to suggest that that's cheaper. You probably wouldn't want to push it down where it is flush, which is the benefit of this sort of thing. You can push it down flush and get them back out. Just put a threaded bolt, or bolt in there or something, and you can pop it out. But horses for courses, I suppose. But yeah, I am quite liking. That's it. I am quite liking that, and once it's just, you can see how much I'd tightened it up. That's tight. It's not coming out. So, well, yay. Good to have. Don't need to use it. Well, if I don't need to use it, I don't have to. So, and it pulls out easily like that. Think that can be adapted in lots of ways. I think it was clamps, like you've actually got the main shaft or the pole of the clamp, and you must be able to turn it some way. There must be some mechanism on there, and then of course you can clamp things down. You can understand why, because it's going to get a heck of a good bite in the holes. So yeah, quite like that. Rightio. That's all. That's a short one. Yeah. Can't say much more than that really at the moment. Don't think I've got any insightful ideas, but I like the idea. I do like the idea of having the plate with all the marks on it. Marks, not holes. They're just the little indents from the center drill. So it's a tiny little mark that I utilise to make the marks in the plate without having to drill all the holes, and having some set up like this, maybe with the holes like in this sort of a pattern, or whatever, and then the intermediate or smaller divisions, in this case 25mm, I could have those marked, and when I come to do something like that, I can position it wherever I need and drill them out, and I can pop them in with these or with the threaded inserts or studs. Starting to like that more and more, because it means that I can put it basically anywhere I want and fine tune it and keep this sort of thing working. Yeah, excuse me for the cough. Rightio, that's it. Going to cough some more, so I'll wander off and I'll leave you alone. Okay, see you later now. Bye.